Well, hello there, you beautiful beam of light. How are you? It's good to see you again. Thank you for being here. Thank you for returning. And if you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome. My name is Maria Aleandra. You can call me MA, and I'm delighted to do this live with you right now, whether you watch live or the replay. My intention is to help you to connect in with this new moon in Aquarius today. This is a moon for visionaries. This is the start of a journey. In many ways, this is actually the beginning of this year. So the energy that we have available for us today is really, really beautiful. It's potent. It's quite it's visionary. It's all about opening and expansion. And so I wanted to sit in today to channel my thoughts around what's available for us during this lunation to celebrate it. We're going to pull some oracle cards, and I'm also going to offer a channeled guided meditation. We'll see what comes through. It'll be in the moment, whatever really serves whoever is watching this. So we will co-create something together, your energy, my energy, and our intuitive nudges together. Um, so let's jump right into why this is the beginning of your journey. We've been going through such a profound transformative shift of who we are, of what matters to us, what we value, how we want to show up in the world, um, our authenticity, how we are grounded in our truth. Things have been shaken up left and right. They will continue to be shaken up left and right because we are in a period of deep transformation. Let's embrace it. Let's walk in the magic. Let's navigate through it. Um, let's be here for it, right? Let's show up for it. And speaking of showing up, I have this morning I was on my walk and I was thinking about those of us that are desiring to show up, to share something. Maybe it's a video, a podcast, an email you want to write, a post you want to share. There's something that you want to share. And I happen to have a lot of Aquarian energy in my between my second and third house, but the third house is all about communication. And I've been one of the things I know I've been able to help people with is to help getting them from a place where they feel stuck or fearful around sharing something and communicating to crossing the threshold and actually having the courage to say something, to share. And the phrase visionary visibility came to mind this morning. Visionary visibility. So, for those of you that resonate with wanting to share something and maybe feeling a little bit stuck around it, this is for you. Some words that came through, these words actually came through for me yesterday. There's a lot of energy moving through yesterday, and it's a time that I'm really appreciating it because it's been a while that I have felt this kind of like, whew, sort of opening and momentum forward. So I'm really, really just, I'm in deep gratitude for feeling it and tapping into it. This is all about showing up. You can take these words kind of as a mantra if they support you. I have the energy to show up. I have the clarity to show up. I have the courage to show up. I have the wisdom to show up. I have the focus to show up. And I have the flexibility to show up. So, energy, clarity, courage, wisdom, focus, and flexibility. Think about how those words impact the ways that you want to be visible in the world. Visionary visibility is this almost like a new code that we get to expand into, that we get to um, really be in a place where whatever it is that you want to share, your gifts, you get to radiate them out. Um, I'm coming up with something, a new project that is birthing through that's all about radiating. It's going to be called Ready, Set, Radiate. If you're curious, stay tuned, watch the space because in this um, we're going to be talking about how to radiate out your gifts through visionary visibility, through the power of your practice. And you being here and watching this and working with this new moon goes into that power of your practice, the power of what you do to stay focused, um, in the beautiful ways that you can show up in the world, right? And anyway, so more to come on that. But just a little sneak peek into something that I'm building up that I'm excited about. Um, this is a new moon that says, start. It's time. Start today. Um, go into a new flow. Embrace a new wave of energy. Embrace a new wave of possibilities. Trust that everything that's happened to you up until this point is for a reason, and so that you can move into the next phase, the next chapter, the next creation. Many of us have gone through some really, really hard, very, very bumpy times over the past couple of years. And if you're feeling a sense of like, oh, like a breath of, hmm, I'd say let's ride that wave. And my intention with the videos that I'm recording over these few days is to lock into that energy so that we can harness it and ride the wave so that it can propel us a little bit forward and ignite a bit of momentum and more courage and trust in who we are. I'm going to pull some cards in a little bit. We'll do a guided meditation in a second, but first I wanted to share a couple of things. I have a workshop tomorrow called Vision Casting. We're going to cast our vision out. I'm going to help you bring it in through the chakra system, all the way from your highest self, all grounding it in, sending a clear message to the universe. If you want to experience it live, amazing. It's happening tomorrow, January 22nd. Really leveraging this beautiful energy of momentum that we have now in this big opening, this big sense of expansion and possibility. If you can't watch it live, you'll get the replay. And if you happen to watch this after the fact, you can still sign up and do it at your own pace on demand. And the other exciting announcement I have is I'm also taking on that wave of new energy. And I opened up a Patreon. So I'm excited to offer 3 different tiers of offerings. We have Magic Maker, Cosmic Creatrix, and Stardust Sisterhood. And I'm loving that name in so many ways. So check it out. The link is there. And also, if you want a free moon calendar so that you can follow all the full and new moons this year, 2023, I have a beautiful calendar for you with some suggestions on how to work with the full moons and new moons every time. And you can get that for free in the link below. All right. So let us go ahead and just jump right in and see what the messages are for us for this moon. This very visionary. This moon is, there's a lot of power coming through. There's a lot of power. We've been opening up the spaces. We've been really cultivating this very rich, fertile soil for new beginnings. And the new beginnings are going to start to like pop up in our lives and we'll begin to feel into it. This is the start of a fresh, completely new, fresh chapter. When I guide clients through accessing their word of the year intuitively, we do this guided meditation where I take them into this magical little library in the forest, and there's this book that emerges, and this book represents your year. And in that specific experience, you get your word of the year, and it's really incredible. But the symbolism of starting this fresh new book of 2023 that really gets going today. And so I invite you in this moment, whether you already had visions and goals for what you wanted to create this year, or you still have no idea, you're in the perfect place, trust where you are, and give yourself a chance for a fresh start today. Give yourself a chance to see things from a new perspective. Aquarian energy wants us to see things brand new, wants us to shift our perspective around something. It's a very revolutionary energy. So it doesn't like the status quo. And Aquarius energy has this beautiful dual symbolism where we're both talking about the power of being together in community as visionaries, creating new things, charting new courses for the things we want to do in the world together, right? There's this community aspect. And Aquarius energy also, it's also about the individual. It's about your authenticity within the community. you being your brightest, most authentic, raw, real self, how you radiate your gifts to benefit the community, how our rays kind of cross each other and create brand new things. It's like we have these beams of light that we're shining out and they can cross each other. And imagine we have beams of light that come out in different colors and they cross, and then it's like a whole new color emerges or something that wasn't there before. That feels very Aquarian. Um, Aquarian is fast moving energy. Aquarius has to do with this sense of genius, with the brain, with the power of new thoughts. So, how you attend to your mindset. This is a new moon that gives us this opportunity to recalibrate our mindset, to shift something around the way, the beliefs, the programming we've been carrying with us. Plant some new seeds around that. And be open. So close your eyes again if it's safe for you to do so and you're not driving or anything like that. Just close your eyes and just take some nice, easeful breaths here. Just find a rhythm of your breath that feels good. Just honoring this moment and allowing anything that happened before to gently fall away. Anything that you have pending that you're looking towards, the future, immediate future, long term future, allow that to, for this moment, fall away as well. Every time we connect in with our intuition, we tap into those unknown spaces where new things can emerge, where new magic can happen. So just breathing nice and easy. And there's this energy that emerges from your heart that radiates out. It's like this cleansing energy that is clearing out any debris from the past. I want to say fears around showing up, fears around your visibility, fears around speaking your truth, fears around how to use that beautiful mind and the ideas that you have for the benefit of society. And ideas come in many forms: the words you speak, the words you write, the art you create, the ways that you show up for others, the ways that you heal, the ways that you use your power, that power that radiates out. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's loud. And so imagine this wave of cleansing just washing over your heart and helping you to clear any spots that carry the burden of anything that feels unsafe around being visible. And this could be your own, this could be past life, this could be ancestral, this could be energy that you're picking up from people around you. We're always interacting with other people's energy. It's why these moments in time are also so sacred when you tend to your own practice, because you can really carve out this quantum space for you and allow other people's energy to just recede. Energy of people around you, the energy of the place that you're in. And it's just you. And it can feel vulnerable because all of a sudden it's just you. It's just me. Remembering that Aquarius energy is about your individuality, your sense of who you are as a completely unique being in this world. There's never been anybody like you. There will never be anybody like you in the future. You are absolutely one of a kind, a divine spark of creation. And it can feel really scary to embrace the fullness of who we are because we have so many facets. There's so many dimensions to us, and society wants to box us in and define us a certain way. And if you're a visionary, if you're a big thinker, a dreamer. It can be in practical ways and it can be in complete imaginative ways, but you are somebody who wants to create new things. And the Aquarian energy right now is inviting us to say yes to the new, to the unknown. There's going to be a lot of new things coming through over the next couple of months, energetically, astrologically. We're going to be feeling a huge shift in energy when we get into April and May of this year. So we're in this like spawning of something new. We've been in a preparation phase. And now, as all the planets are pretty much going direct, tomorrow we have Uranus, the planet of freedom, the planet of authenticity, the planet of knowing who you are, not going by your conditioned self, but your essence. Uranus has been working very deeply with helping us get back to our essence. So allow the energy that we're calling in right now to heal all the ways that you have felt like you can't stand safely in your essence, and to open up new pathways in the mind, new pathways in your mind and heart and spirit connection, new pathways that bring you a sense of wholeness, a sense of prosperity, a sense of wonder, a sense of the momentum that you can build through the actions that you begin to take, through the ways that you tend to your spirit, your emotions. And we allow these changes to ripple out into all the facets of our lives, our personal lives, our professional lives, our spiritual lives. It impacts our emotional well being, it impacts the health of our physical body. We sit in this place of what's possible here? What's possible? And what am I willing to do about it? What am I willing to do to create here? Harnessing again the power of your mind in connection with your heart. Being your own individual self in service of the collective, in service of doing, creating really amazing new things for the world. Breathe in this visionary energy. Breathe in this fresh start. Breathe in the trust and the courage that you've already built within yourself. Breathe into your willingness to continue going, your drive, your willingness to say yes despite the challenges you may be facing, your willingness to get to know yourself, to honor yourself, to keep creating a roadmap that leads to you, and to walking and dancing through this life to the beat of your own drum, your own rhythm, with your own sense of focus and flow. Focus and flow. May this new moon in Aquarius bring you the new beginning and the start of a journey that you have the courage and the willingness to continue walking on, knowing that the path ahead will have blessings and it will have challenges. It'll have highs and it'll have lows. That your soul will have the willingness to keep going. And you will come up with the ideas to keep it going, and the resources and the people around you that will come in to lend a helping hand. Let's be open to the universe surprising us and delighting us. And I invite you here to just plant a seed of intention in your heart and your mind in this moment. Breathing into whatever emerges, and let this be easeful, It doesn't have to be serious. Let it be fun. Let it feel joyful. It is sacred and it is joyful to find yourself in the space of new beginnings. It's an honor to be with you on this path. We're all figuring it out together. And if you've planted your seed of intention, we're going to go ahead and take 3 more breaths as we conclude this channeled meditation, this channeled activation, really. Take a nice deep breath in. And go ahead and release that. Another nice deep breath in. Releasing that as well. And one more breath in. Release that with a sigh. Go ahead and shake your shoulders and wiggle the fingers and your toes. I see your message running. I'll get back to you via email. Okay. Give yourself a little stretch. Oh, let's pull some cards. How did that feel? What intention are you seeding? Share in the comments. What feels challenging right now that you're ready to stick with, move through? How are you starting your journey? All right. Well, 2 cards popped out right away. The first one is the card of openness. Look at that beautiful moon. This happens to be a full moon. We have a new moon, but hey, it's the openness of the space we find ourselves in. Maybe part of what you want to seed this year. Oh, you're very welcome. Maybe part of what you want to seed this year is a more consistent, focused practice of how you show up with your own sense of magic. I call it walking in magic. Walking in magic, how you tend to your practice, how you work with the moons. It's one of the most healing things we can do for ourselves, because as the world keeps revolving around us, it is like this beautiful anchor point that regrounds us back. And it just brings us back into the moment. So what are you open to? What are you open to? And then the other card is embracing. Embracing. And what immediately comes up for me with this card is this idea of embracing the moment, right? Embracing your light, embracing embracing new beginnings. It's like often we talk about, fresh new beginnings, and we're like, it's a thing we say that feels like repetitive. But really think about the energy of opening opening your arms, opening your heart. You do a beautiful practice where you breathe in through your heart and breathe out through the back of your heart. And then do a breath through the back of your heart. Autumn moon, so good to see you. And breathe out through the front of your heart. Just as a way of getting that space, like bringing some awareness into your heart. Because we've gone through such a bumpy time, it might feel like maybe scary to start a new beginning, right? Like, is it going to work this time? And I'm right there with you. I'm like, oh, maybe this time, maybe this time, maybe this time, maybe this time, maybe this time. Sometimes it feels like a big cosmic joke when it's like, oh, okay. You kind of get yourself revved up, and then the same things kind of show up. And it's because it's all like cyclical and we're moving through lots all the time. So giving yourself the grace to know that we can give ourselves as many new beginnings and to reground the trust in ourselves. I want to say, notice the questions you ask yourself, or notice how you might beat yourself up if you don't follow through with starting something, a new beginning, right? Like, oh, great, let's start. And then you don't keep going. What are the words you've been telling yourself? And this is where that Aquarian mind recalibration can come in. It's like, oh, there you go again. You did it again. Instead of, okay, what has shifted in me now? A lot has shifted within you. Um, and so embracing that. And how can I look at this differently? How can I look at this a little bit differently this time? And every new start will teach us something new. And some things will stick longer and some things may not. But if you have a visionary mind or some sort of, visionary thoughts of like, hey, you will always be in a space where you're wanting to create new things. And especially now with this energy in Aquarius, that might be showing up more. So let's not be afraid to start new things, to try new things, to show up in our authenticity and visibility, and to keep walking in that magic. Thank you so much for being here, for showing up. If you want to do the vision casting workshop, the link is below, as is my Patreon. You can explore the goodies that we'll be working through in some beautiful options that you have there. And don't forget to get your moon calendar for this year so you can follow along. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to walk in magic with you. All my love and stardust always. Be well. Bye.